Hi there, welcome to another wee instalment of Crystal Info, or maybe Crystal Bliss with Jenny Gower. I want to just briefly talk today about how to choose crystals. So if you go on the interweb, you will see that there's quite a few little tips and tricks on how to pick them. Things like popping your hand over them and seeing if you get some tingling, or you can place them in your hand and see if you get a vibration or sensation. That is a great way. I have a sister who it's extremely very clear when something is tingling or vibrating in her hand, but for me personally, I don't often get a lot of distinct direct feels. So for me, I do it mostly on intuition, on what resonates. So you could also look up and see what the purposes of them are. I definitely don't really do it that way, because I think that different crystals work with us at different times in different ways. So I could have one crystal that's doing something, some kind of energy activation or energy balancing with me one week, and then there'll be nothing for some time, and then weeks or months later I might need to do some work with that crystal again, and it'll have a whole different plane and energy feel. So I personally don't do the meaning first and then the crystal. I tend to try and get some feels from the crystal. There are a couple of other tricks, like you can interlace your fingers in loops and either have that intention of that crystal in your head, and if you're not meant to have it, I think that the loops stay intact, and if you are meant to have it, you pull through the loops really easily. The only physical thing that I personally do when I'm picking crystals is to use a pendulum, and mostly I actually use it for the opposite reason for others. Like, it is to see if I should be getting that crystal, but it's often to make sure that just because I love something and really want it, am I meant to take it home? Is it meant to be with me? Because I have more of an inclination to want to take them all home. So mine's more about restricting myself, whereas most people would be about letting themselves go. But anyway, so I am going to do another video on the concept of when something resonates with you, but describing resonating and using your intuition. So I'll just finish this off with basically saying that when I see a crystal that I'm meant to have, I pretty much can't take my eyes off it. I pretty much get a little bit, maybe not obsessed, but drawn to it in a significant way. Sometimes I'll feel some tingles when I hold it. I have had a couple of small crystals almost jump out of the palm of my hand when holding them, but on the whole, most of them don't tend to give me direct physical feels. But yeah, if I have to, I'll sit on it for a little while and maybe revisit that shop, and I'll say in my head that if this crystal is meant to come home with me, then it will be there when I return. So that's what I do if I'm uncertain, or if the price is quite high, or there's some other reason that might be stalling me. But yeah, mostly go with your gut instinct. If something's really caught your eye and you're really drawn to it, and you really love it, you're probably meant to have it. So just search within yourself and roll with it and enjoy it when it happens. Right, thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you soon.